oil pump gear. Billet. What's up, guys? Boundary oil pumps, billet oil gear for our oil pump. So no more shattering oil pump gears, trying to rev these things. Me personally, I never broke one. I've seen high horsepower engines trying to rev, break them. So I didn't want that. Got a hold of them. They actually made a gear years ago from a guy in Australia that I talked to, and I ended up getting in touch with this company through him. Well, he told me who they were, about how he got a gear made from them. They did have it on the market actually at one time, but they took it off, no entrance. So they told me if I can get some entrance in it, they would redesign it and bring it out with some higher flow, because that was one thing that the guy from Australia said he wanted more flow. It only had as much as OEM, I believe. And so now this gear will have more flow than OEM. I'll flow it. Of course, you know, porting and shimming will get you more flow. But this is definitely ticket to when you're spinning the crankshaft real fast, that it doesn't shatter this gear apart. And that was my main concern. We will do some stuff to the pump. I will show you guys once we tear into it and eventually get into it. We'll mess around in it a little bit. But the main thing was to get this, and one more thing to add to the list of what we're changing on the car this year to help it more reliability. Hopefully we can rev it out that far. I think we can. We get the rotating assembly balanced and everything. I don't see why we can't go to 88. The cams are going to allow us to do that once I buy them. I haven't yet purchased them. I have talked to Cat Cams, and they got what cams I need for my engine, you know, for the 10-to-1 compression and everything. We work, you know, the valve springs that we'll be using with the Fier valves, springs and retainers, dual valve springs and retainers. So we should be able to rev out there, and this is going to help us be able to do it with that security, which is going to be really nice. I cannot wait to install it and see where the oil pressure and everything is. Obviously, I got to install an oil pressure gauge because I don't run one, but we'll put one in, see where it's at. That's going to be really nice. I'm definitely going to get another one, because we'll run this one on the silver car when it's done. So it'll be the stock Beta will have one on it, as well as the built Beta that we're building this winter, which may be this engine, or I may buy another one. I'm not sure. I'll probably just build this engine. And just buying another good stock one for the silver car. But yeah, if you guys want to purchase these, just boundaryracingpumps.com and pick one up. I definitely would do it, guys, because if you're serious on building them, you want to try to make your stuff reliable. I think everyone knows that that's basically what I do. I mean, I go for times as well. Honestly think, you know, I could crack a little deeper in the 10s and everything like that, but reliability is the main thing to me. Like driving to the track 100 miles, I could do the Beaver Springs and back home, you know, 2 hours, and it says it's 2 hours away, but realistically it takes about 2.5 hours when you go to a store and stop and things of that nature. So you got like 2.5 hours you're driving there, 100 miles, back through the mountainsides, no highway driving. Real beautiful drive. We drive the Mason-Dixon. We drive the street races, which we ain't did shit, well, crap of that this year. And reliability is key to me. And as you guys can tell, the reliability of this has been pretty good, especially this year. I feel like it's been really reliable with a little bit more knowledge of how to keep things going, paying attention to the tune better, like, you know, taking it to the dyno and getting that hiccup out of it. It had that pop going on for quite a time. You know, it actually needed more timing, took the pop out of it. Changing my spark plugs more often. It seems like we'll start to kill a set of spark plugs like every few months. And I don't know, It seems like it, because it seems like when I put a new set in, it feels better. I don't know. It could be all wrong, but I think we're pushing it apart. We might even need a BK9 spark plug on this. We got BK8, which they say is plenty for the boost we got, but I mean, back in the day, they used to tell us to run BK8s for like 300 horsepower on stock engines, but now they do it by like boost. But I don't know. I used to run BK7s at 400 horsepower, so what's that tell you? They were hot, way too hot, guys. But hopefully the pump here will do its job. I don't know why I said hopefully. It will. It'll do its job. You guys can see it's billet paired to the cheap crap. We tear it out, you guys will see. To make sure we red Loctite everything. I got the book, and it tells you the torque it's supposed to be on it, but I don't know how you're ever going to torque spec. Unless they might make sockets with Phillips heads on it, so you can put them on a torque wrench. I think, dude, someone sent me a link in the comments. So I know these are Phillips heads. I think it's like 4 or 5 pounds is what's supposed to be on the screw for when you change the gear out. Because basically, when you change this gear out, your pump's like brand new again. So you could use, and I recommend using OEM. So you could use an old OEM pump and use this. You don't want to scarred up one, obviously. But haven't seen any oil that someone was running around. But if you had a good pump, this would rebuild it as well. It would rebuild your pump. And it's not too bad of a job. You gotta pull your oil pan. No. Yeah, you gotta pull your oil pan because you have to redo your seal in your oil pan. And then you gotta pull it off the side. You gotta pull your timing. Yeah, you gotta do all your timing and everything. So yeah, it's kind of a bitch. But for me, it's not too bad to do. So yeah, it'll be kind of a bitch. Me right now is finding the time, just so busy. Got a lot going on. But yeah, get you guys a billet oil pump here. I think you guys are gonna like that. First company that ever gave me half a deal. I've done a lot. I like to try to get in touch with Insane drive shaft axles next, and see if maybe they'll work with this and try to do like 1,000. I know I said drive shaft shop, but Insane's a little less known. I don't know. Is it TRX? TRX? The guys out of California that won the all-motor competition at World Cup last year with the all-motor B-Series Integra, won 8.7s, I think. They made like 700 some horsepower, a lot of nitro. But they run Insane drive shafts. So, wouldn't mind getting them, see what we can do with them. I think I'm going to get in touch with them and see if maybe they'll work with us. And then have that on the availability list, just like this. So maybe we'll try to do that next, if anybody's interested. I don't know how many of you guys are actually building a high horsepower one, but even on 400 or 500 horsepower one, 1,000 horsepower axles, I know it'd be kind of expensive, but again, reliability. If you take a 400 or 500 horsepower car to the track with 1,000 horsepower axles, at least you don't have to worry about the axles anymore. You might have to worry about the transmission, but if you want to spend some money, I've got the place to buy the transmissions now. So basically, guys, we can buy everything now, manifolds, you got to get it custom done and they're kind of expensive. Turbo manifolds, I might have a solution for that soon. I got to wait on mine. I haven't got mine made, so I'm not going to be telling anybody about, hey, buy this, and I don't even know what it looks like. Everything seems like it's going to be on the up and up, but I don't know. It's taking some time. It's taking a lot longer than I want it. But I think we're going to have a 9-second tip next year, guys. Just one part at a time. Thanks for watching.